Hey, 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 successful women. How's everyone doing today? Okay, so I think I'm good here. Here we go. So, hi to everybody. Hi to all the VIPs. Hi to all the YouTube viewers as well. We're also streaming to YouTube. Say hey in the comments right now if you're watching the replay, because I know the replay people will see this part and some of the live people won't. So, tell us if you're watching the replay. Tell us, that you stopped by, that you're hanging out with us, that you want to hear what we have to say today, because we like to see that. So, how's everyone doing? Spring is here in Massachusetts. Okay, it's getting warmer, it's getting sunnier. Thank the Lord, right? It feels really good. I love feeling the warm sun. What's it like where you are watching from, where you are, where you live? Are you one of those smart people that lives somewhere where it's warm all the time? Because that is goals for me someday. Maybe when my kids are older and my husband retires and things like that. We're going somewhere warm. Okay. That's it. So, our group is getting very, very busy. It's getting very, very big. We're growing by about 100 women or so every week. I hope you are making the most of the free and the low price trainings that are here. And I'm also always open to hearing about what it is that you want to learn. What do you feel is missing in your business that you need to learn about? So shoot me a message anytime, put it in the comments here, anything like that, let us know, okay? So this week, our guest trainer is business consultant, personal and professional development coach, Sue Haart, and she is bringing us her training, 8 successful mindset steps, and bonuses. So thanks to Sue for coming on, and I am going to bring her on. Hello.
Hi everyone. I don't want to be late to my own show, to
No.
Katie's show. So let me introduce myself. My name is Sarah Sue Haart, and as Katie said, I am a travel and business consultant, and also I'm CEO at the digital nomad marketing.com. Today I'm coming to you with my 8 steps of successful mindset, which is for me the basic foundation for building up any kind of online business before all this juicy stuff as a marketing, sales, etc. come up on our business table. So let's start right with the first one. The first one is give yourself permission to succeed. Do not let your past experiences to define your online success, any kind of business success. Second, number 2, believe in your ability to be successful. You do own this to yourself, and there is no one else who can believe in yourself more than you do. Number 3, take care of yourself. This is mainly what distinguish the successful people from the average ones. They do take better care of themselves. So stick to your daily healthy routine, and this will take you far. Number 4 is set goals for your personal and business growth. Number 5, keep track of these goals. However, first, remember that nothing is set in the stone. This means that you have a freedom to adjust and to tweak your business strategy. And you literally have to know that sometimes if something does not work, do not force it. Just let it go and focus on something what works for you. This is the gold way to go. Number 7, go 100% and be flexible. Number 8, develop your daily routine habits and stick to it. And this literally means if you want to be a writer, for example, just stick to the routine of writing, for example, 50 minutes a day. This is what I do. Mostly I write in the mornings, and then I have the content to develop for my social media to share it with my audience. Number 8. Number 8 is do not remove old habits. Try to replace them. And why? Imagine that you have built your bad habits for 20 years, and now you want suddenly your mind to get to change it into something new. So this can be a very long and stressful journey. Let's put it this way. It's much easier when you will set up a new layer in your brain, and this means stick to your new healthy routine habits, whether this is healthy eating or physical routine or whatever goal you have set it up for yourself. Something like, for example, it can be becoming financially literate. This is very important nowadays. So stick to your routine. And my bonus is actually the practical sheet of 9 types of intelligence. And this literally will lead you to understand what kind of intelligence you are using, what is the best for you, what suits you better, the best one. And depend on that, you can follow up your strategy, whatever strategy you have in your business. And remember, the successful mindset, it's something what we cannot buy. It's something what we can create, and it's yours, and it's for free. So this was all from me. So my bonus one was a 9 type of intelligence worksheet, and my second one is very good one. This is literally like get a client now, and it's the action worksheet for anyone who is kind of struggling with some kind of strategy to build up their client database or to set up the goals for themselves. It comes with a action worksheet, and this action worksheet has also a proven example which I have built in just right here for you. So it's easier for you to kind of navigate yourself. What do you want? What are your goals? And how you can reach them. And this I'm giving in my paid groups, literally. But today I can give it to you for free as long as you will DM me and as long as you will request it. And hopefully this will help you. So this is all from me today, and I will give the word back to Katie.
Hi, thank you so much. That's great. So people will DM you and you'll give them that absolutely for free. That's something that you offer it for your paid clients, and you want to give that to us for free today. That's
Absolutely,
awesome.
because I do believe that each of us has the ability to succeed, but some of us just need a little bit of kick, from someone who already walked the way. And
Absolutely.
this is for me very easy to make it.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so
Yeah.
I will literally give it to anyone who will be interested in this. It's very helpful, proven
Yes.
strategy. It has helped me. It has helped many other people, and I will give it out gladly to anyone who will be interested in this.
Well, you'll be getting a DM from me, just so you know. So be expecting that. But that was absolutely amazing. If you could just go into the Facebook comments after this and add the last 3, because I started putting in 1 through 5, and then I had to put my phone down for something and I missed the other one. So if you could just go in the Facebook comments and add those, that way everybody can have them in kind of black and white and go back and review them too.
Absolutely, not a
Awesome.
problem. Not a
Thank you
problem.
so much. That was
I'll
so
see you
helpful.
later.
Your steps were amazing. Thank you so much for spending time today.
Bye bye.
Okay, that was great. So make sure you DM her if you want that workbook, because I'm definitely going to be doing that. Okay, let me bring up my notes so that we can talk about six steps. I'm having speaking issues today. 6 steps to finally finding your niche so that you can increase your profit, right? Because that's why we're here. We're here because we love helping people, right? We love our business, but the end game for us is to have an income, right? So how do you do that? How do you start out? Like what is it that you actually have to wrap your brain around when you're starting this? It's a niche. You have to be speaking to somebody. You have to know who you're speaking to. And if you're not having great results in your business right now, right? It's totally possible that you haven't niched down far enough. So I'm going to take you through the 6 steps. It's a tongue twister for me. The 6 steps that will kind of start to rack your brain around how you can start to do this, right? Because I'm sorry to break it to you, but helping busy moms get healthy is not a niche. It's not. I'm sorry. So, in this training, I'm going to talk about the 6 steps you can take to finally finding your niche in your social marketing or network marketing business so that your business can finally stand out and you can start to actually make a profit. Okay. And be sure to stay to step number 6 because I guarantee this is going to be the exact thing that you need to finally decide on your niche and take action in your online business. But really, really quickly, if you're new here, I'm Katie Fairhurst, your favorite social marketing coach, and I come to you with these no fluff, no BS foundational business coaching trainings with free and low priced trainings, right? They contain strategies that you can start to implement into your business right now. Okay. I'm also the admin of Successful Women Building Generational Wealth, and I want to welcome you here to Lunch Break Live. And if you're new here in the YouTube channel, welcome. You may want to hit like and subscribe because we do these free trainings here all the time, and I don't want you to miss out. Now, if you click to watch my training today, you've probably watched various other niche trainings and have been trying to find your niche for a while. Now, a lot of that is normal, right? Finding your niche tips, like you've probably read about how to combine your passion and your credentials and your skills to find a fusion, right? Of all those to find your niche, right? That's usually what we hear. And while I think that's all really good information, I also think we all know that's kind of really obvious, right? But for some reason, sometimes it still just doesn't click for a lot of people. All right. And I know it didn't for me in the beginning, right? I think we still struggle with niching down as much as we need to in order to be profitable and to stand out online. Usually, the result of following that sort of information is it can help you get a little bit of clarity, but it can still leave you with the like your niche statement being kind of boring or kind of vague or just not specific enough. Okay, so that's what I'm going to help you figure out today. So I'm going to go through a 6-step process for finding your niche in just a second. But the first thing I want to remind you about as I go through these 6 steps is to really get in it. And what I mean by that is a lot of the times the niche that we end up choosing that we're actually passionate enough about to create like an entire business around and for that business to be sustainable for years and years and years. Usually that niche topic is related to something that we have personally gone through ourselves. So looking at your niche from this angle and kind of going inward rather than going out and just searching everywhere else to find the answers because you have all the answers you need within you. Okay, and it can make it so much easier to actually decide and find your niche. Okay, so instead of having to create that ideal client avatar, right, just like pulling these ideas out of thin air, you go inward and you think about who you were, a couple of years ago or whenever it was before you got the solution that you've achieved now, right? Think back to your own story and really create resources for that person, for that version of you that would have it would have made your life so much easier. Okay. And we're going to get into more detail about that. Okay. So now that we've covered that, let's go through the 6 steps for finding your niche so that your business can finally stand out in the online world. Okay. And you guys might want to get some notes ready so that you can jot down like ideas because I'm going to be talking you through this and you're probably going to want to write down some stuff that you don't want to forget. So, number one for finding your niche is to think about that personal hurdle or problem that you have to overcome. Okay, so this is really kind of what I was just talking about, but you really want to pinpoint one super specific thing that caused you like the most angst. All right. So, say you're in the wellness world, right? Because the wellness world is huge. Let's say maybe you struggle with like digestive issues. Okay. Or maybe you're one thing like let's just say this really physical and emotional pain for you was like cystic acne, right? That's a big one. So really try to pinpoint that one specific thing that you struggled with the most. So yes, you want to be passionate about the topic that you choose, but you also want to be really knowledgeable about it. And this can mean having a certification related to it or not, right? And don't get me wrong, certifications and degrees related to your niche topic, they're great, right? Obviously, that's a great bonus. And I truly believe that the most knowledgeable people about certain topics have actually gone through that specific problem or gone through something very similar to that problem themselves, and then they found a way out of it. All right. So if you're in that like nutritious or wellness world, you probably know a lot about like different types of body systems and organs, but if you specifically had digestive problems your entire life, you're probably most knowledgeable about that area that you went through yourself. All right. So you really want to be knowledgeable about the niche and the topic that you choose. Obviously, I want you to be aware of not letting imposter syndrome get in the way here. So if you've thought of a niche topic or the problem that you want to focus on right now, but you're thinking to yourself, like, well, there's somebody else out there who's already talking about this topic a lot. Don't get into your own head. Just because somebody else is already talking about that doesn't mean that you can't. Okay. You truly do not need to be like the best in the world, like the world's greatest expert on a topic to help people. You just need to be a few steps ahead of where your ideal audience is right now. Okay. Like my biggest problem was the constant rejection that came with that old school way of network marketing, which is why I created and named my program the Rejection Free Sales System. Okay. Do you get that? So hopefully by now you've identified one specific problem. Okay, so write that down. And if you don't have that yet, just write down the first thing that comes to your head right now, and then come back to this video later and revisit it and brainstorm until you have it. Okay. And next up, step number 2 for finding your niche is thinking about who you were when you were experiencing that problem. So even though things like location, sex, age, things like that, even though they're relevant, the more important thing to think about is who you were back then and what you were feeling. Okay. What were the exact feelings that were going through your mind? Okay. What kinds of things were keeping you up at night? Right. You were literally staying up late Googling the answers to. All right. Like, what were you going down the internet rabbit hole to find solutions to, right? Or to find other people who had experienced the same thing. You're trying to find communities of people that are experiencing the same thing. Okay. What was the outcome that you desired more than anything? Okay. So, what was the solution? Another way to think of this is, what were you wasting time on? What were you wasting money on? What were you wasting energy on during this time? Right? And what would you have actually been happy to pay for a solution to? So, going back to my cystic acne example, I know that this is big because I did personally struggle with this years and years and years ago. Right? When I was going through that, I honestly was like, somebody give me a solution. I'm happy to give you my money if you can just help me figure out how to get rid of these painful zits that are on my face. Okay. So, again, you really want to think back to who you were, right? The exact thoughts that were going through your mind. What were you literally typing into Google to search for? Okay. This is where I really recommend people trying not to be like too clever when they're thinking about what their niche statement is, because likely you weren't typing into Google, like, how to regain my health, right? Or how to become a fitpreneur or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Those things sound good to us, but what are people actually looking for, right? That's probably not something that you were actually typing into Google. So just try to think of the exact questions and the things that were going through your mind. All right. So hopefully you have that one specific problem and details about that specific person now. Okay. Otherwise, known as like you at the time that you were experiencing this problem. Okay. So, step number 3 for finding your niche is pinpointing what your desired income was to the problem in step number 1. Okay. Even if the outcome of your problem in step number 1 isn't completely healed yet, right? So, going back to the cystic acne example, even if your acne isn't completely healed, that's okay as long as you've made progress. So, for step number 3, you really want to think about the exact specific outcome of the problem that you decided on in step number 1. So, not how you got to the outcome, but the actual outcome. Okay. So maybe your how for getting clear skin was, eating vegan or taking certain supplements or something like that. Okay. And that's great. And that, of course, can be part of what you teach your clients, what you put in your online micro offers or your course or etc. Right. But that is not actually your niche. So if your problem from step 1 was cystic acne, then your solution could be something like clear acne free skin. All right. So again, try to pinpoint one specific outcome, even if there might be other additional benefits to getting clear skin. Like you might also heal your digestion. You might also heal your adrenals or get better energy, lose weight. It could be a lot of other things, and those are great, but you really want to focus on the one specific outcome, the desired outcome of that person that you were back then. Okay. So now that you've gone through steps 1 through 3, right, and you've got those down pat, step number 4 for finding your niche is finding out if there's an actual market for your niche. And this is important because once you've chosen a niche, you want to make sure that it's going to be profitable, right? And there's actually people out there who are willing to pay you for your services related to your niche, right? So, in order to figure this out, you're going to want to check out Word Tracker. Okay, write that down, Word Tracker, if you haven't used that before. This is a free tool that allows you to type in keywords related to your niche. And this will figure out how many people all over the world at any given time have been searching for those keywords. So it can give you some really good insight into like how many people are actually searching for this specific term that you're using. And once you're in Word Tracker, this is where you can start to put in your potential keywords and see how they're ranking. And they're actually going to give you suggested keywords to look up as well. Okay. So for an example, for this video, I did find your niche. Okay. And then you can put in like, you can put in as many as you want here, but it's going to give you all those examples and it's going to help you compare them. Okay. It's pretty easy to navigate. And those little like info buttons, the eye with the circle around it, and that's going to kind of help you along and tell you what you're actually looking at. Right. But we're really interested in the column that says search volume. So for search volume, you want to stick to keywords that have around 1,000 to 10,000 searches per month. So any less than 1,000 searches means that there's probably not a lot of people who are searching for these keywords. And any more than 10,000 means you're probably going to get lost among the masses who are already talking about that. So that's just a risk that you take there. But there's also little performance charts that tells you if it's something that's trending up or trending down. So it's a really, really helpful free tool. Okay. So 1 to 10 is a good place to say for search volume. And then it also tells you the competition as well. Okay. And you want to go with something that's a low to a medium competition. All right. So competition is actually telling you how competitive your niche or your keywords are, right? And a lot of time this is actually comparing paid ads. And you might think like, well, that doesn't really apply to me because I'm not paying for ads, but it can still give you some insight at what the competition for your niche is actually like and what people are actually paying for, right? Or what people that are running paid ads are actually paying for in their ads because they know it works. All right. So that's word tracker. Now, step number 5 is to actually test your niche with your current audience. And there's many ways to do this, but the way that I recommend doing it with your niche, right, is to, even if you're just trying to test out ideas, okay? If you want to test it out with your audience, anything that you want to make, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little jumbled here. If you want to test out like a course that you're thinking about, or, whatever it is that you're doing, this is the best way to test it. And what I recommend doing is creating a very simple landing page. Okay. You must know what a landing page is. Somebody says, here's my link. It's you click on the link and boom, that's their landing page. It's where you land when you click on someone's link. I personally love Kajabi, right? And I teach exactly how to do this inside the rejection free sales system. And I actually give you a plug and play template for your landing page, but it's really, really simple and you can start to send traffic to it, right? And you can get all the metrics of how many people are clicking, how many people are staying, how many people are actually opting in and grabbing your freebie, okay? So for sending people, like from Instagram or Facebook to your landing page, you're offering them some sort of digital info product related to your topic. So this could be just a simple informative PDF that you create in Canva. It could be a video series that you've made, right? Very short video series if it's free. It could be a short audio or ebook, something like that. So you're sending people to that landing page. They can enter their email address and get that digital info sent to them automatically. You don't have to do anything after that. Now, the point of doing this is to see how many people sign up, how many people are actually interested. All right. So you want to look at the analytics to see how many conversions you're getting. So, like a good conversion rate, right? And by conversions, it's just let's say 100 people, like you've sent 100 people to this landing page, right? And you can actually see that metric, how many people actually looked at your landing page. You want to have a conversion rate, a good conversion rate is at least 30%. So at least 30 of those 100 people would be signing up to get your free resource. But 30% would kind of be at the low end of what you want to see, but you want to at least see that to start, right? The goal would be, I would say, an average 30 to 50% opt-in rate for your freebie, your lead magnet, your PDF training, whatever it is that you want to call it. I call it a freebie. But again, just make sure that the topic of whatever this free resource is that you're offering to people, make sure it is super specific so that you can get really good insight into how many people actually want information on this topic. Okay. Now, one more quick thing before I get into step number 6, which is the most important thing you need to know about finding your niche. And that's to remember that just because you choose a niche and it feels really specific to you, it doesn't mean you're pigeonholed into that niche forever. You can always change your mind if you decide it's not working for you. You can always pivot if you decide something else is more aligned with you. Okay. But really, the point of niching down is to get you so specific that you're almost creating a new section of the internet world that you dominate. Because if there are like multiple people who are doing the exact same thing as you, right, it's going to be a lot harder to stand out. Okay. So by getting more specific, people know what to come to you for, right? Or if they happen to land on your page or your content by accident, it'll make them want to stay. Okay. You're also much more likely to be referred from other people, right? You're going to be a referral source because they know, oh, this is exactly what this person does and this is what she can help you with. Get it? So it's just really, really important. So the other thing is, right, the other important thing about niche is I don't want you to be afraid of turning people away, right? If you're like, oh, I don't want to niche down that much because, and be that specific because what if somebody is turned off by what I'm talking about? Let me tell you, that's actually a really good thing. If people are turned off, that means the equal amount of people are turned on by what you're talking about. Okay. So, for step number 6, for finding your niche that you can really stand out online and give yourself, I want you to give yourself 24 to 48 hours to really think through about what I've just talked about. Answer all those questions in step 1 through 6, right? Answer the questions, think on it, meditate on it, right? Do whatever it is that you do to feel aligned and decide on a niche that feels good for you. But then, and this is equally as important, after those 24 to 48 hours have gone by, right? And even if you still haven't decided on a niche, I'm granting you permission to start taking action anyways. Even if you aren't 100% sure that you found the perfect answer. Analysis paralysis is real, you guys, and it's probably preventing you from taking action in your business. Okay. It's probably preventing you from creating content. It's probably preventing you from putting yourself out there and really taking action in your business and ultimately making sales. So, just to give you a personal example, when I first started my business, I was literally talking about everything. I did not have a specific niche at all, right? But it was truly through taking action that I was able to gain clarity on number one, things that I actually enjoyed talking about, right? And helping people with. And number two, what my audience was actually responding to and what they wanted more of. Okay. So again, just start. A lot of times the clarity comes through action. And by taking action, you realize, oh my gosh, like I love talking about this topic, right? And everybody's responding to it, right? This is so great. Now I have my clarity. Okay. So now that you hopefully have a pretty specific niche to work with, if you still want more help, if you still want to workshop your ideas, I actually created an absolutely free training that I call Six Figure Biz in 6 weeks. Inside, I not only share some of the more specific strategies for taking action in these steps, but I also highlight some of the biggest mistakes I see people make in every single step so you can avoid them too. Okay. So I have that linked in the description box below, that free training. Okay. I really want you to start taking action and start making money in your business like yesterday. Okay. So I had so much fun creating this training because I'm talking about the exact formula that has now helped my students create their profitable social marketing businesses as well. And if you're somebody who really likes order, I'm going to be talking about how to get super organized, and I provide step-by-step instructions on how to create a six-figure biz in just 6 weeks. So I would love to have you guys in there. Again, I'm going to link that. I have that linked, that masterclass below. It's totally free. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for today. Thanks again to Sue Haart for her training. Make sure you check out her link below and DM her for her free guide as well. And I will see you guys next time.